Members, let's circle back, please, to file item number 3. As you know, we have reached the term of 4 years for myself as chair. Must select another chair, and that is the regular order of business. We did this in 2010. You'll recall over in the Secretary of State's office. I wrote you all a long letter that's in the file. I will not repeat all that. Just say thank you for 4 years of nothing but unremitting sun and fun and pleasure and no work and all that. It's been a hoot.
Right.
Anyway, that is the process. Mr. Stevens, I think you're going to remind us of the legal requirements we're going to follow from this point on.
Yeah, I think, well, first of all, it's a privilege and an honor to once again be asked to introduce this item because it's procedural in nature but very important. As you recall, the Delta Reform Act, which was the enabling statute that set up the Stewardship Council as an independent agency, also provides that the membership shall elect a chair who shall serve full-time. So, as Chair Eisenberg reminded us, he was elected at the opening meeting of the Stewardship Council, and he's a bit modest and humble, but he was unanimously elected, and in at least one man's humble opinion, has served very ably. So it's a privilege, again, to introduce the election of a new chair as we come to the end of Chair Eisenberg's term. And I'd also suggest just a few procedures, and it would be consistent with the way that we handled this item at the opening meeting when Chair Eisenberg was elected. And then after we deal with the election of the chair, then I would suggest that the council, if it so desires, consider electing a vice chair as well. But as I said, and as you recall, the chair has to be elected from amongst the membership here. It's going to take an affirmative vote of at least 4 votes. I would suggest that you open it up for nomination, that you call for a second on that nomination, and that we try to get all the nominations done at once. So if there's another nomination that's made after the first nomination, we deal with it kind of as an alternative motion. So last in, first decided. So let's deal with the nominations. If an individual is nominated and seconded, what I would recommend is that individual actually leave the dais and sit in the audience and not participate in the deliberations or the discussions. No hand signals or cat calls or anything to influence the vote. And that's out of an abundance of caution. The chair position is a full-time position, an official state position that accepts a full-time salary, and we want to make sure that we follow all the state conflict of interest rules. And
I had forgotten that Mr. Stevens ordered me to stand aside in 2010 on that exact thing, but that's very much what the minutes reflect of the meeting.
Right. So that's pretty much it.
All right.